This is not your normal discussion where we talk about the hard topics uncensored and unfiltered. This is not your normal discussion where we talk about the hard topics uncensored and unfiltered. This is not your normal discussion.
Hi, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Not Your Normal Discussion. I am your host, Queen Pedii.
Hi, I'm Nina.
I'm Tryst. I'm from the Sun and Darkness.
It's your man Samurai with two eyes.
And your boy Kenny.
All right, so I hope everybody has had a great week, great weekend. I'm gonna be honest, it was hot as hell and I slept. Okay, that was my weekend. Yeah. Wait, did I do something else? I don't know. I played The Sims.
So I slept my happy, peaceful butt away with some medication that I needed. And then I got dragged to a concert by my friend. She said I got free tickets. It's the chick who sings Meet Me in the Middle. So I went to that concert. That was the only song I knew. And I slept half the concert because of the medication I was on, and I was out. And then she woke me up. She goes, like, is it done yet? She goes, no, they still got to play one more song for me. I was like, okay. And then we left. It was actually down in Portsmouth. Right now they're having the Harbor Fest. So they have lots of concerts, fireworks going on. It's near the ocean, the bay. Not ocean, sorry. That's Virginia Beach. But it's in the bay, and it's really nice. You get to see all the sailboats and everything. And then I did bingo Sunday, but I slept almost the whole day and then woke up just to do bingo and then went back to sleep.
Well, it's been a very interesting weekend for me. I hung out with some friends who graduated in Central Park. It was a nice little picnic. I met someone who calls himself Lilith, who says they're both God and the devil. So that was uncomfortable. And then what was sad was I attended a memorial that was happening for somebody from Anarchy Row who passed away, who I've served meals to a couple times, which was happening after the police were trying to sweep that area. It was, fuckery, but right now it's good.
Well, rest in peace.
His name is Joe Hernandez.
You said?
Joe, well, he goes by the name Joe, but his name is Jose Hernandez.
All right, rest in peace, Jose Hernandez.
I had a long weekend of work. Oh my God, work was so long this week. It was just like, usually, I have some nights it's just nice and quiet. These nights were not quiet. There was things happening back and forth. I was like, yo, what's wrong with y'all people? Can y'all just chill? Just chill. I had people jumping in the water. I had people fighting. I had homeless men trying to pull on doors. It was crazy. Constantly you trying to operate and got to call the police, got to tell your people where to be. I was like, oh my Lord. I was like, radio silence. Nobody's saying nothing to me. I got to concentrate. But other than that, I had a super long day of a photo shoot yesterday with one of our models for Visually in Focus. So that was fun. It was long. Telling you, it's a lot of work that goes to that, especially when you're out there from morning time to night time. It was a lot. But other than that, it was good.
My week started off, it was good until I said some ignorant ass person said some shit and I didn't like. Other than that, what you say?
What they say.
There's something about big girls. That's another thing. I get defensive when they talk about big girls. Another thing, someone hacked my website, so I can't get into my website. Yeah, someone hacked my shit, and I can't get into it. Like, they asked for this authorization 6-digit code. I pressed send, but it's not coming to my email. So right now,
I switched to email.
huh?
I switched to email.
No, I never switched my email. It's
No,
the
I'm
same.
No, the hacker
Whoever
did.
the hacker.
Oh, they switched it. Oh yeah,
Yeah. You
yeah.
probably got to call Wix.
I did. I've been on the web. I've been emailing the website. They did to help me get through. But other than that, I did.
Since it's a website for your clothing line where people could purchase stuff.
No, the website people, they put a stop to it until get it handled.
Yeah, but you should make sure that your account don't get hacked too.
Yeah.
I've been busy. So hold on that.
Yeah, I've been busy on that. So the only thing I can do is use my Instagram. But other than that, I did a couple of photo shoots. I enjoyed it, until I got these two bad things. But other than that, my week would be all right. I know I got something big going on the 19th, so I'm happy for that.
I mean, his father's died.
Yeah, but I don't have to worry about appliances. Like, I'll get up, Home Depot, percentage off. Like, why we gotta fix shit? Why you can't give us anything other than appliances? Every time I turn around.
Because a lot of men like to do that kind of thing, or they like to barbecue. Because guys don't open up and tell us, hey, this is what we want. Versus females, we're like, hint.
No, hint. We want man cave. We want to chill out from everybody can leave us alone. And we can chill out and
Mother's Day is the day that you're supposed to be celebrating.
But it's Mother's Day every day for women. It's Mother's Day every day for women. Every day is Mother's Day.
No,
every
it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Okay,
and I want
all
to
right.
say happy Father's Day to single mothers that do take care of their own kids. Because, I'm sorry.
So,
fight.
Not today. All right. So today our topics are going to be about the white supremacists who were arrested for trying to incite a riot during a pride event in Illinois. The Flash star Ezra Miller has gone on the run with an 18-year-old girl.
Wow.
And what would you do to change the police force for the better? Geico sued by a woman who contracted HPV in her boyfriend's car. And do you believe in soulmates? All right, a word from our sponsor.
Artemis of the Dodecatheon is a fantastical whirlwind of action, strong characters, mystery quests, and a lot of drama. 4.9 stars on Inkit. Purchase it on Amazon today. A to Z Creations is a Black woman-owned business that creates customized items such as rolling trays, clothing, tumblers, glasses, bags, jewelry, and more.
Okay, you guys. So this is like possibly the dumbest shit that I have ever heard in my life. So this story about how a white supremacist neo-Nazi group were pulled over on the road in a U-Haul truck going to a pride event in Illinois, y'all, to riot. I'm like, I don't understand why people can't just let people live. It's kind of weird because, like, okay, so it starts off, they were all at a hotel and they all pile into a U-Haul truck. Somebody sees them and calls the police and lets them know, hey, I see these people, they're in riot gear and they look like a little army. And when the police did pull them over, they had on these little stuff that said Reclaim America. And well, the neo-Nazi group is called Patriot Front, by the way, y'all, sorry. And then they had smoke grenades. They didn't have guns or anything. They had riot shields. I'm like, where the fuck did they get this shit from? But my issue is why do you feel that you have to police people that aren't even thinking about you? First off, they're like living their life. They're at an event that obviously the city has let them have, and you're just going to like cause chaos, and these people are not even fucking with you. Like, I don't get it. But go ahead, y'all, because I don't get it.
Maybe they just feel as though the gays are destroying America. It feels as though like America isn't great because of gays or, you know, LBGQ, the whatever, you know. Yeah, I don't know.
LGBTQ.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, that one.
I mean, about to say LGBTQ.
Maybe they just feel though they destroying America. They want to reclaim it, but that's not their job to reclaim something that's not wasn't even theirs in the first place.
Thank you. It's my people's land. Okay. If we want.
My thing is, how are they going to reclaim America when America wasn't even theirs in the first place? You don't see Indians coming around killing white people or any other people that joined or end up taking America. They're not killing nobody. So why is it up to the white people who took over America? How are they going to say bring it back? Like,
remember,
no sense.
I was going to say, remember.
Nobody.
Oh, go ahead. No, I was going to say, remember, this is what white supremacy does to maintain its power. Like, they want a white ethno state. It's not about like, oh, what America was. It's about what it was for them.
They go to the UK.
They want to bring that here.
Go to the UK, go back to the UK, go to Canada. There is a lot of other countries that have, you know, they could go to. We don't need them here. If you cannot enjoy the melting pot, you don't need to be here in America. Like, get your ass out. If it's that horrible, like, go find a little island somewhere, hop in a volcano. Like, seriously, we don't need us. We got so much hate for everybody already. We don't need extra. Just get out. Like, just go.
We battle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and evil in high places.
Yeah.
People are not right in their head. It's a spiritual thing. And it's not, it won't rest. Some people are just not satisfied, and instead of being miserable by themselves, they want to drag other people down.
And it's sad. I'm sorry, but it's sad because you hear because I recently saw a friend post about the gay agenda, and I don't want to put the person out there. I'm not even gonna say it's a boy or a girl. And it hurt my heart because I'm like, wow, like the way they were saying, oh well, my kids, I'm not here. I teach my kids how to love, and the agenda they're teaching about gay right or gay something in school, and I don't. Basically, she don't want. Basically, she don't want her kids to be learning about gay things and that love is between a man and a woman. And I'm like, damn, because like I'm part of that community that you're downing. Like, if you're teaching them to love everybody, then you need to teach them that it's okay for them to love as well. Because you can't just be like, oh, well, love is just between a man and a woman, because that's how you create these type of people that were in the U-Haul. This is how you do it. by putting these Christian objectives and principles and stuff like that, and saying that Jesus isn't going. Like, I just
funny.
I don't understand.
I was actually, I got an email because my kids are signed up to get Jewish books because that is part of my heritage. So, and I love the learning about the Old Testament first because I believe that's more important than the New. But even in the email, they're like, we support everybody. Like, it doesn't matter what you are, who you love, as long as you're not hurting nobody, it should not matter. As long as you're not pushing onto somebody after they tell you no, then it's okay. Like, I know people who have crushes on other people, they may go up to them and be like, hey, I like you. Does that automatically mean somebody got to like them back? No, it just means respect that they like you. Say, hey, thank you, but I don't see myself with you like that. But you don't have to be ready to go shoot up or go kill people just because of the way they are. And the thing I hate about it is that a lot of people think being gay or lesbian, it's not only a sin, but it's contagious. Like, it's it's germs. Like, no, it is actually something in the brain. It's been scientifically proven that it's something in the brain. Just like when people who wants to who are trans, is actually it's medically found that yes, male can have a female brain, have the chemicals and everything. That's why they want to have their outer body match what they're seeing, because when they see in the mirror what their brain is, it fucks with them mentally because they feel trapped. So,
but this is what I've been warning about, though. Like, if you look back in our Buffalo, New York shooting episode, I said that little Mr. Peyton Gondor, fuck his real name, there were people in his comments talking about, oh, why are you going to kill, like, instead of killing the innocent black shoppers, go to a pride parade and do that. And it's like, these people, like, white supremacy isn't just about anti-black. Like, anti-black is like the one that we see the most often, but they also want women to stay in the kitchen, which is why you see all the anti-abortion shit. They also want blacks to stay in the ghettos or in Africa. They want Hispanics and Asians to stay in their own countries. And they want the LGBTQ to stay in the closet and for disabled people to stay out of their lane. Like, it's very much white supremacy that we need to fucking buck back against. And the only way we're going to do that is if we come together as communities, because right now, this violence isn't just in these, like, either mass shooters or neo-Nazi groups. There are also cops who enforce this. There are laws that enforce this. There are politicians who enforce the type of things that we're seeing. Like, look at the Supreme Court. Like, where them niggas is pressed to get all them niggas to vote out shit like abortion. And when abortion goes, think about all the other privacy rights that go, like gay marriage or black voting and stuff like that. So this is some real, like Len was saying, some principle, like, we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but principalities of darkness. Like, this is some end game type shit that we gotta stand up against.
Yeah, but like they, like, for, you know, how they think it's like you guys are trying to destroy our future. Like, why are you teaching the kids this, that, and the third, right? But then again, they say it is a sin. God made, you know, God made boy and Adam and Eve, not Adam and Jacob and Eve, whatever the case might be, right? And it feels though it's, no, I'm talking about like boy and a
Adam
girl,
and Steve.
not boy, boy.
It's Adam and Steve.
Yeah, like,
the thing is Adam and Steve. That's the phrase.
Yeah. So,
Jacob.
Yeah. So they're like, if you're gay or trans, whatever, it's not a mental. It's just sick. Like it's a mental health thing, and it's like they want to be like, they feel though like, why you want to bring your mental health amongst everyone else? Like, if you're gay, whatever, you got a sickness, then you deal with that. Don't bring it on to everyone else. Maybe that's how they felt too.
That's how they feel, but that's why their theology is one of oppression and not anything like Jesus. Like, they're the Pharisees. Jesus said, they remember, they brought the woman to Jesus and was like, yo, the law says we should stone her. What do you say? To like fuck with him. And he was like, hey, whoever's never sinned, throw the first stone. Like, Jesus ain't about this type of energy, but they're about control. They're about using religion to fucking take over everything.
But sometimes, some people use biology, like, no matter what it is, if you dig up a bone and you find out You may think right now you're alive, you think that you're the opposite sex. But when they dig your bone and resin, you are what you was born, either a boy or girl. And people get offended. People get offended, but someone feels though it's only 2 chromosomes, X and Y, is not anything extra. It's just
well,
X.
there's definitely intersex, but also at the same time too, throughout history, if you look, there's been trans people for fucking ever. There's been non-gender people in cultures forever. So they have a very limited Christian-centered and white-centered like view of reality that's not real.
Yeah, but like I'm just really tired of this whole, it's a gay agenda. It's a gay agenda. There is no agenda. People have been gay for centuries, thousands of years, okay? People have been gay. Romans, hello? They were fucking each other. They were having orgies with each other and little boys. So let's stop this whole, it's an agenda, the gay agenda, the gay. Shut up. And leave people alone and let them fucking live their lives. If it don't affect you, leave it alone. If nobody is trying to rape you in your booty hole, leave it alone. Leave people alone. I'm serious. People be acting like they gonna come and rape them in the night or some shit. Go ahead, man. All right, but let's go to our first commercial break. It's just a mess.
Artemis of the Dodecatheon is a fantastical whirlwind of action, strong characters, mystery quests, and a lot of drama. 4.9 stars on Incite. Purchase it on Amazon today.
Hey, y'all, my topic is on Ezra Miller.
Ezra.
I'm so bad with names. Sorry, y'all. Ezra Miller is 29 years old. He'll be 30 in September and is said to be a bad influence. They're a danger to this girl who's 18 years old right now. Sorry, I'm getting twisted because they're non-binary. So when I think of they, I think of more than one person. So I'm sorry. Legal documents said that Dakota Iron Eyes met a then 23-year-old Miller in 2016. She was only 12 at the time when the actor visited Standing Rock Reservation in North Dakota. They ended up as friends. Then Dakota's parents say that Miller flew her to London in 2017 to the set of Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, because he was one of the lead actors in it. And she was a huge fan at the time. They said that she was 14 and he was they were 25. As the friendship continued, Dakota parents claim Israel supplied their underage daughter with alcohol, marijuana, and LSD. Not only that, they claim they, best known as the Flash in the DC superhero films, disrupted her schooling at a private institute in Massachusetts so much that she had to drop out in 2021. The parents say that they flew to Miller's Vermont house in January to get their daughter and discovered she didn't have her driver's license, car keys, bank card, and other items needed to navigate life independently. They also say they say they also found bruises on her body, which they think that Israel caused. Shortly after she got home, Dakota parents said that she fled to New York to reunite with them. And from there, the parents been traveling together to Vermont, Hawaii, Los Angeles. The two were spotted at a club in Hawaii. That's where Miller got arrested several times during their stay in Hawaii, including an accident where they allegedly attacked the bar patrons. In the documents, Dakota's parents stated Israel used violence, intimidation, threat of violence, fear, paranoia, delusionist, and drugs to hold sway over a young adolescent Dakota. They claim they also told Dakota to solely go by Gibson, a nickname she formerly used with her family and friends. Then there's this. They said that Israel decided Dakota is a non-binary transgender when she had previously declared herself non-binary, queer, and gay. So one of the things that she wrote on, I believe it's Twitter, it says, "I am an adult and I deserve to feel authority in my own body. I am tired of wondering whether or not cops will show up to section me on a daily basis. I have decided upon a therapist and am excited to now engage in conversation with a mental health professional about my anxiety and phobia, depression. It is nobody's business. My choices are my own." So she is aware of her parents' concerns, apparently. So that's why she took to social media to say that she's mentally stable, and her comrade Israel has been a help in her life. She also says that she's recently got a therapist, and she's looking forward to the future. But Dakota parents are asking the court to step in and issue an order of protection against Israel on behalf of their daughter, and a hearing is set for next month of July 12th. But they still can't find them to issue him, or
Sorry, it's not for me.
issue them.
Yeah,
Okay.
both of them.
Hold up. Okay, wait.
Dakota's the girl and the boy, right?
Well, Dakota is trans or non-binary.
No, non-binary.
Yeah, they're non-binary, but their parents
Clear.
recognize them as she, and she's saying, or they're saying, that their father is transphobic. And I think there's listen, I've taken notes on this shit. Because it's so much been developing, so much has been happening. Like supposedly, they got the court order, but then Ezra's fled, and then at the same time, too, Ezra's making memes laughing about it. And if you remember, Ezra's had a history where he was chokeslamming a woman on camera. He was fucking throwing a chair and his mind in the face. He broke into one couple's house and threatened to kill him and stealing shit. So Ezra's been a problem, and I think there's two things happening at the same time, where both people are being very unhealthy for Dakota.
Yeah.
So on one hand, it does look like her parents, especially or their father, is transphobic and is very anti this Gibson shit, very anti this, it's just a delusion. So Dakota has a legitimate reason to want to be away from them, and at the same time, Ezra was paying for the school that Dakota was going to. Ezra was paying the tuition for this Brad's College, a very private established institute. So the parents were fine with a lot of this shit, and the parents let Ezra fight him out at 14. So the parents were fine with a lot of shit until suddenly the trans stuff, and then Ezra being more unstable. So they have some legitimacy to be worried for a child, but there's also, so to me, if Ezra really gave a fuck,
they were okay with it when she was 12. Oh wait, for over 4 years. Now all of a sudden you oh no. But you can let your daughter fly to London. She's only 14.
Who the fuck? All right, hold on. Let me say this. Y'all caused this. Dakota's parents, I'm so sorry, babies, but y'all caused this. Y'all thought that because she was noticed by this famous person that everything that possibly she was probably going to get into like Hollywood and you guys were going to be out of whatever situation you guys are in right now. But see, that shit backfired. And I'm not saying that it's right, but I'm going to say this. You guys have to stop putting your kids into these situations where they're 12 years old, flying to go see some grown-ass man by themselves. No 14-year-old should be flying to London by themselves to hang out with some 23 or 24-year-old. No. Okay? And then y'all want to sit here and cry and be like, oh, my daughter is running away. She 18 now, baby. She 18. See, I would have actually been upset for real, if this was like the Marcus Houston situation. You know, y'all know what I'm talking about? Where he married the little girl that was missing for years and pops up with Marcus Houston. I'm upset at Marcus Houston for that. But this whole thing, like, I don't even think they fucking. Let's be real, they ain't fucking. If they
I hope not.
I don't think they fucking. I think they literally just hanging.
I hope, but it is still a very dangerous situation.
But she's legal.
They're legal now, but it's still dangerous if like that's Takada's only friend. If like Ezra is all Takada has, because I just think if Ezra really gave, because like it's like there's not a manhunt yet, but like the protective order would be enforceable across the nation. So like we could be on some Carmen Sandiego shit. So if Ezra really gives a fuck about Takada, they would buy them their own place, have all the bills paid for, so that like no matter what happens to Ezra, whatever, if they gotta separate, they're taken care of. They're good. They can live away from their family.
But see, I just feel like the parents it's like you can't have let your daughter not run away, but, you know, be gallivanting and all this stuff. And now all of a sudden, now they're 18 and they can literally make these decisions for themselves and walk out the door. You can't stop her or them.
Or
her. You can't stop your child now. And it's like, you cannot be upset about this shit now. You can't. I'm sorry. Your daughter has made the decision to go with this man. I don't know. They would be fucking
that. Like my daughter right now, she's 12. I would, like, she tried to be on Instagram and there were the guy who was 20 was talking to her, just, you know, not like sexually or anything, was like, hey, how you doing? She's like, today's one of those days that I just want to kill myself and stuff like that. And I'm like, girl, why you don't come to me and tell me, you know, this day we can find somebody? But that was like internet. That's not this grown man, 24, coming down, basically close to 10 years older than you, coming, and then I'm gonna be like, yeah, y'all can hang out. You know, you're grown and you probably had sexual encounters and she never did that. And then 2 years later, be like, you know what? I've known you for 2 years. Yes, you can take my daughter out of the country. Go ahead. No, I'd be like, I'm coming too. Like, you need a break. No, you might bring my whole family with you. Let's go. Like, no.
But, let's let Kenny and Glenn have a chance, because this shit is making my head hurt.
Well, you already know how I feel with all this shit. So, I mean, he, she, they, this, the world, this, the group, whatever it is wrong, you know? Who knows? They probably hanging out. They probably, you know, I don't know, man. Good thing I don't have a daughter. Yeah. So that's just my warning. So I'll leave it off right there. Go ahead.
I mean, I'm the same way. I ain't got much to say. It ain't my business.
No, one more thing to say though. I think there's one other party.
It ain't my business.
But in all seriousness, y'all, like parents, like stop doing this shit. Stop thinking that you're gonna send your child. Cause like I'm gonna be so real. This kind of reminds me of the whole R. Kelly thing. And R. Kelly was a fucked up individual. He did those nasty, horrible things. But even though it's like y'all knew he was doing these things, and y'all still sent your daughters there.
I think,
but I'm glad his age is real now.
I think it has to do with fame because
it does.
Any other parent, if they had like just a random guy come to their home and say, "Hey, I want to meet your kid," like, you know, start friendship with your kid.
No, you're gonna have a friendship with
me. Straight up no. But because they're famous and they got money, or some parents see famous or celebrities as ways to get out of whatever situation they're at, or ways to have their kid like get out of.
Basically, you're prostituting your kid.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I
prostituting them for fame.
No.
And money.
I love my kid. Yes, she drives me crazy, but I don't care if you're a celebrity or non-celebrity. If you're over the age of 16, 15, you would not be near my kid unless, except for Tyree. But, that's a grown man.
Tyree's like their godfather, though.
Yeah.
Just
but
different.
like any other man, like, I'm sorry.
No.
But I was going to say, I think Warner Brothers is also our fault here. Like, we see how they was with the whole Amber Heard and Johnny Depp situation. They wait till court cases finally resolve something before they're like, all right, we'll finally move. And like Ezra's been line stepping for a minute. This situation's been playing in the background for a minute. And they didn't put no people on Ezra and ask them like what the fuck is, and they've been in contact with Ezra. Like in the past few weeks, Ezra's done like more like shooting but like voice work for the Flash movie that is like who knows what the fuck is gonna happen with that. So Warner Brothers also has a part to play here, and I don't think they've released a statement yet on this shit. They just say, motherfucking Michael Keaton, he's come back as Batman, focus on that. Motherfucking Batgirl's gonna be in this shit, focus on that. And all this other shit, like, they're terrible as a studio when it comes to this type of shit and just letting abusive shit happen.
But my thing is that why is it that when it comes to certain things, they just, like, don't care? Like, I'm sorry. He has been posting memes. He's been posting. Why the fuck can't the FBI or whoever, since this is such a big deal, you can use the IP address. Go track them. And then not only that, but why don't the FBI tell Warner Brothers, hey, tell him that there's an emergency meeting for the movie and that he has to show up as a mandatory meeting.
You want to know why?
They could just give him the paperwork. Like, come on.
You want to know why this isn't really getting as much like hoopla? It is a Native American girl. First off, let's be real. They don't care about Black women and they don't care about Native American women. Okay. And two, she's 18. She has made the decision to leave.
Her parents said something.
Not like they don't care. They don't care.
You got bigger fish to fry.
She's out of there.
Bigger fish to fry. It's just Ezra's so white and rich. And I think they're Jewish, but still like white passing and rich. They're like,
he's trying
they're like, we're gonna stay out of it. Just like Warner Brothers, like, we're gonna let that play out. And it's like, how the fuck are you gonna release your Flash? They've said that this movie is the key to changing over everything in their like DCEU movies. How the fuck are you gonna release this unless you kill off Ezra like at the end of the movie so he dies a hero so his villainous shit won't affect you? How are you going to release this fucking movie? How are you going to have him promote
They're going to release it just like they do Jared Leto.
True.
Okay. True. Marvel did Morbius, and we all know how Jared Leto is, okay? Mm-hmm. He like little girls too. Okay. But actually, I'm going to end on that note because I'm sorry. Let's go to our next commercial break.
Artemis of the Dodecatheon is a fantastical whirlwind of action. Strong characters, mystery quests, and a lot of drama. 4.9 stars on Incite. Purchase it on Amazon today.
Cool. Y'all, and my topic for today is, what would you change about the police force currently? And see, for me, I'm definitely, as if y'all have been watching, you kind of already know, I'm definitely for the police force. I love them. But, you know, there are some errors. And I think one where we can start is taking some of the power away from them. Some people get this badge and they let this badge go to their head and they just feel like they can do whatever. And there's no power for the community that they're supposed to be protecting. So I think that we need to just change the system, change how it's done. You know, even what they could do, you know, the concentration was more on people's safety than it was catching somebody because they made a U-turn where it was a no U-turn sign, or, you know, just some of the smaller stuff that creates bigger stuff that is like, did you really have to sit there, drive all the way down to catch me for making a U-turn in the wrong spot when there's so many other stuff that you could be concentrating on? It's kind of hard to say everything in this short amount of time, but I would say the biggest thing is community. You're supposed to be there for the safety of the people, for the community. You know, I have situations where we popped a tire and the police officers wasn't even trying to help. They couldn't even lend us something to jack the car up, you know, and I'm like, I know as a mechanic, every car, especially a police car, has at least a jack. You can't even help with that. It's like you didn't even want to call nobody. Like where's the sense of community? You know what I'm saying? I mean, we need to bring back when we wasn't afraid of the police, but the police, we can look at the police as our brother. If you were out on the streets, or your brother or your sister, if you was out on the streets alone by yourself, you didn't fear the police. You could count on them. If you saw a police officer, you was like, damn, okay, my brother's here, my sister's here. If I need help, I could go to them. I'm not afraid to go to them and ask them a question. But yeah, what does my team feel about that?
I will say, yeah, definitely get back into the community, like gain the trust of the community back, you know. I would want the police officers to have a longer time of training, psychological background checks to make sure that they're not, you know, narcissists. So, because a lot of times the ones that are the narcissists are the ones that are, you know, being
have a yearly checkup.
Yes, yearly. Yeah, the psychological evaluations. Shit. Had them go to school, get a degree to be a damn police officer. Get a degree. Because that way, because when I had to do like pre-law, like I had to take psychology classes, I had to take criminology, I had to take a lot of stuff that actually, like I'm doing more work than police officers when it comes to like doing crime stuff, like being able to figure out a criminal. I feel like they should take the same classes. They should. Definitely stop the retaliation against the police officers who are telling on the police officers that are doing wrong. That's a definite. Just a better headspace for them. But go ahead.
Yeah. It's not that we fear them. We don't fear them. Some of us give them respect. Not gonna lie, because some of them just don't do their jobs right. And it takes us to do their job. And you're the guys with the fucking badge and you're not doing your job right. I'm not gonna lie, there's some police officer I dislike because lack of communication, a lack of work. You do things, you break the law, slightly break the law in certain things, but when a vice versa, it's like I just don't respect some of their work. Like, for instance, if the light turned green and people are still there, you beep or you turn your sirens on. But when it's the other way around, it's like you don't give a fuck. You a police officer, do what you want to do, and it's like
go through the lights, like
and besides, and like when it comes to like tickets or anything like something like that, make sure you do your job right. I don't know if I'm saying it right. It's just that I dislike some of their work. I'm not gonna lie. I still eyeball police officer to this day. Family or family not, friend or friend not. Like, you know, I'm not gonna say one police officer in like West Bubblefuck fucked it up for everyone in the whole world. No, that's West Bubblefuck problem. But over here, it's like, you know, it's like people know when a cop doing something not right, you know, and it's like, damn, like do your job right. And then I feel bad for them because some of them, if they see their partner doing something wrong, they have to ride with their partner because they don't want to get the repercussions of what happened later. And I think that's unfair. But they have to stick together, which is some bullshit. So that's me. Yeah.
For me, I don't like the police. They scare the shit out of me. I was actually followed from my city boundary on a road all the way close to me turning into my house, and I lived in a military house at the time, and I was having an asthma attack. So I was driving not super fast, but I was going like maybe 15 over the speed limit, trying to hurry up and get to my pump. And the guy he followed me a good about 7-8 minutes down the street. And then when I was turning, he turned on his sirens and everything. And he opened up the door, and I'm trying to tell him that I'm having an asthma attack, and can you please follow me to my house? And he's like, oh, you don't need to worry. It's just a ticket. You don't need to be acting all panicky. Relax. And I'm like, I can't breathe. Like, I used to have to take the medication that you have to take every day, the purple thing. You got to breathe that powder in. And I forgot. And he really ruined, like, me, police officers, like, and because not only did I have to deal with regular police officers, I had to deal with military police officers, the MPs. The MPs, I knew them by name because they actually gave a fuck. Like, they would see me walk and be like, hey, Karina, how you doing today? Or, hey, but that's what I don't like about cities, because I don't feel like the police officers really are into the community. They're not really trying to get to know you or have you know them. And if that happened, we would feel a little bit more safer, a little bit more protective, we would probably stand up for police fellows if we actually knew who they were versus, oh my gosh, a guy in a blue uniform or whatever uniform color they have in whichever city. Oh my gosh, they're here, run, or hey, record, see how bad they are. And not every officer is bad. Sometimes they get into a situation where they do not have the best judgment. But at the end of the day, they need to start with the younger kids. And I told you the story Monday, how I had a police officer on a first day of school at the bus stop passing out 7-Eleven things, free Slurpees, and that helped the kids feel more comfortable with them.
So for me, it's definitely fucking demilitarize, defund, and abolish these niggas. There's not a lot of time to go into the full reasons why, but it's very easy. Like, you don't have to, I don't even hate cops, but when you are killing fucking autistic or mentally ill people for not obeying you, you should be demilitarized. When you're showing up to protest over your police violence with tanks and water hoses and smoke grenades and rubber bullets and snipers, you should be demilitarized. Like, the SWAT should be used for motherfucking murderers and for hostage takers, not fucking marijuana users. Like, defund them niggas, because police in America are the most heavily funded police in the world, and we as taxpayers pay out for their misconduct and for their corruption. And all that money that we give to cops, they can go to things that actually prevent crime, like funding education, art and youth programs, affordable housing, job training, mental health services, all types of shit. And like, why it's, all cops are bad. It's not because each person is bad as a person, is that a few bad apples spoil the bunch. And a bunch of people come together and stand on the side of corrupt police to protect them, because if they don't, the system then punishes them. So to me, what would help improve the system is if you had, like, there's things like the civilian complaint review board that will fire cops if people actually bring complaints against them and can prove it and everything like that. Don't just fire them niggas. Fucking charge them immediately. If you find that there's enough evidence to fire them, charge them immediately. And then on top of that, all wrongful death suits, all police misconduct suits, that shouldn't be paid out of the taxpayer's dime. That should come out of the police budget every fucking year. If the cops are punished that way, I bet you they start shipping up and acting right.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's go to our commercial break.
Artemis of the Dodecatheon is a fantastical whirlwind of action, strong characters, mystery quests, and a lot of drama. 4.9 stars on Incite. Purchase it on Amazon today.
So a Jackson County, Missouri woman is being awarded, I believe, $5.2 million after suing her former boyfriend or partner's car insurance company, aka, the little Geico gecko and all that shit, because her partner didn't tell her that he had HPV, or, the human papillomavirus, and still hit it raw, saying it's contraception and all that back in 2017. And the lawyer had the big brain idea to sue everyone possible because, you're insured, right? Well, insurance is supposed to cover a bunch of shit. And I know it sounds crazy to us when we first hear it. It reminds you of that lady who sued McDonald's over the whole, hot coffee spill on her shit. But
before you finish that, I've seen the pictures of the damage that hot coffee did to her, and she had every right to sue. But no, it looks it's bad. It's horrifying.
But the woman here also had a right to sue too, because it's really Geico's fault. Like, Geico forces, like a lot of companies, if you have legal issues with them, they force arbitration. And they do it because normally, like, the arbiter will side with them. But in this case, not only did the arbiter side with them, but also side with the woman, but a fucking appeals court also sided with her. Because at the end of the day, if you got into an accident, right, and you had medical injuries, your insurance is supposed to cover that shit, right? Well, if someone, and I don't know if it's like this in every state, but I believe it's like that in Missouri. If you have sex with someone and you have something, and you either, like, you legally don't have to tell someone you have something, but you then should use contraception. And if you don't do that type of shit and you put them at risk and they catch something, then that can be considered assault in, I think, multiple states. And if you assaulted someone, that's now something that should be also covered under insurance. So insurance companies can't say, oh, except for assault, we can't cover that shit. That sounds crazy. So while we laugh at it, I think it's important to take from this, one, be careful what you do, and also get tested. Like, even if the situation makes you worried about, like, actually knowing your status and all that. Like, I was reading, scientists say, it's fucking crazy. They say 80% of men and women who are sexually active will end up getting HPV at some point in their lifetime. Yeah, that shit is wild. So
type 1 or type 2?
Oh, it didn't say. Because, there's I think it's HSV or whatever the fuck. That's like
HPV.
But HPV can become warts, can become different types of cancers. And our parents, some of y'all parents did, but a lot of our parents didn't fucking believe in vaccinations and shit like that for that type of shit. And so our generation paid for that. That's true. A lot of symptoms for a lot of diseases don't pop up in either men or women, depending on it. So it's important to get tested. It's important to know your status. It's important to like end the stigma around STDs and actually have these conversations with your partner so you don't end up getting costs down the line, either medically, legally, or financially, like the motherfuckers here. But what y'all think about the situation?
Just Geico for getting pregnant.
Way more than just pregnancy.
I think people want a quick dollar. That's what that is.
No, because you know what? Like he said, the HPV can turn into cancer. Now she has an STD, and can you get rid of this?
No,
I don't think HPV. No, not unless you already had the vaccine.
Let me tell you something.
It could turn
You
into
give me an STD. Number one, I'm beating your ass. Number two, I am going to sue you after I beat your ass. And like, you have to think of the fact that now my life has been changed. I have to tell people that I have this STD that can give you warts.
Yep.
Yeah, it's one of the things can manifest.
I was vaccinated for HPV, so I'm goody. But even though I ain't hopping on I'm not hopping on every dick that come my way. So see, this is why I show my results. I will be showing my results, editor. Trust and believe. I don't like to play games with my health. Like I say a lot, I have autoimmune disorders. Certain things could actually possibly kill me. Like, I think herpes probably would kill me. It probably would.
With it.
You said what?
Cervical cancer?
Yeah, like, I already got endometriosis, and that shit has fucked up my sex life. Why would I want a damn STD? Good on her for suing the fuck out of Geico and getting some money out.
You need to sue that guy too for not saying anything.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Did he know? Did he know?
Well, his rate won't go higher. First off, this is a good way to get back at him. His rate. Well, now he gonna be known as the man that gave a bitch HPV in his car, and the bitch sued and got money out the damn guy.
This don't make no sense though. One, I'm asking, did he know he had something?
Yeah.
And then two, what does that have to do with Geico?
Because
the car.
Yeah, they had it in the car. The car is insurance. Just like if you have an accident in a car, insurance should cover that shit. So if something happens to you that impairs your health.
No, she had an accident with the guy.
He accidentally fell on his dick.
No, not really.
But the HPV accidentally fell in her pussy.
No. It depends what you got. You can have. Wait a minute. You can have full coverage or liability insurance, and when you have full coverage, they break it down. So what if he had liability?
Oh, man, it's a luxury sedan.
Well, his dick was a liability in that car. Okay.
And car insurance.
No. Stupid.
This doesn't say. This is why it's important to actually get tested and actually have these conversations to remove the stigma versus like people feeling the need to hide this shit so that people, like I said, if it really is like fucking 80% of people that's going to get it at some point in time, and especially like they say like gonorrhea at some point, fucking certain things aren't gonna work for that shit because of over medication. So like niggas need to talk about this shit for real.
They need to put his face blasted because if he gave her HPV like that easily, and he didn't tell her, then he must have done it to many women. People.
I think that might validate.
I believe in order for her to have won this lawsuit, she had to prove that he already knew that he had it.
But do we know that as a fact that he knew?
That's how you get. That's how you win.
Yeah.
You have, in order to even sue for something like that, it's like they have to have known, like knowingly spread it to you.
Like they probably talked to a doctor. It's asking for like history of just this specific thing.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he had a wart on his dicky
for HPV, and what did come back? If it came back, yes, and he got this back in like let's say December. He knew.
Yeah.
Like they call you and they tell you, hey, I'm sorry to tell you, but you have this disease or you have AIDS or they tell you to come to the office most of the time. Like, hey, we need you to come back to the office because there's a possibility we have to talk about something.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
If he knew, that's one thing. That's fucked up. But the whole other stuff, I think is stupid. People are just trying to get a quick dime. If they
no,
but if she has
but at the same
when it comes to cancer, that's going to be
like that.
And that man is not. All he got to say is,
if it was gonorrhea or something that could be cured with like some pills, I don't think she would have sued. But this is HPV. This is like it'll cause other issues. You know,
and it's not like we have free healthcare in this country either for like you to be taken care of automatically. So she had no other like legal recourse outside of suing.
Mm-hmm. So my thing is this: I had somebody try me before and try to say, you know, the person was allergic to my hair removal cream, so. They ended up getting burned. It was so funny. I'm sorry. This person was a dickhead anyway. But I went and got tested. I was like, whoa, you said what? I immediately got tested. And they said, girl, you good. Ain't nothing wrong with you. You don't have herpes. You don't have AIDS. You don't have HPV. You have nothing. No hepatitis. Nothing.
There is no cure for HPV itself. The woman could, if she does end up getting vaginal cancer, she'll be bleeding after sex, unusual discharge, a lump in the vagina, pain while having sex. She'll have warts on the vulva.
Vulva.
So it's not like it's just something easy that you can get rid of it. You could get rid of it, and then I can understand her but it could turn into cancer, which could kill her. Cervical cancer is one of the biggest, highest reasons of female death. Die from because they don't know until later on because of the HPV. You don't know because it doesn't just go, oh, hey, we got HPV today. Yeah. It could be years down the road and be like present itself.
But this is also why women, men, get tested. Make sure you know your status of every single STD, not just, oh, I got tested for gonorrhea. No, get tested for everything, okay? This is also why women get pap smears. Please go to the doctor, please, so you can know what is going on with your body. Please. All right, let's go to our commercial break.
Artemis of the Dodecatheon is a fantastical whirlwind of action, strong characters, mystery quests, and a lot of drama. 4.9 stars on Incite. Purchase it on Amazon today. A to Z Creations is a Black woman-owned business that creates customized items such as rolling trays, clothing, tumblers, glasses, bags, jewelry, and more.
Hello, everyone. I would like to talk about our last and final topic, The topic is, do you believe in soulmates? So my answer changed. When I was younger, I believe soulmate a little bit, but as I got older, my vision of the question changed. And over few days, I wrote down the reason why. And as I was watching YouTube, this guy and a girl professors, they broke it down exactly how I wanted to say it. So I wrote down, we used to marry till death do us apart. Today we marry till love dies. We used to marry and have sex for the first time. Today we marry and stop having sex with others. You used to have monogamy, one person for life, and today monogamy is one person at a time. And everybody says I'm monogamous in all my relationships, and it's supposed to make sense. So the norms are changing so fast. There's nothing you can do when you leave a person than to tell them that you are so sorry, that you are hurting them, and you have loved them deeply, and you wish them the best, and you thank them for everything they have given you, and you wish for them the best, and yet you are going to go, and it is just a raw pain, then you can circumvent that. A heartbreak is a heartbreak. So that's my definition as I got older. What do you guys think?
I believe in soulmates. I believe that you don't only have romantic soulmates, but you have friend soulmates as well. Like you'll meet a friend that could be like really close to you, and like you just always like you just feel that connection with them. Like my my brother said that one of my exes is actually my friend soulmate, because we've been dealing with each other for since 14, and it was like no matter what, we're cordial. We're cordial. Every once in a while, he'll check up on me, and I'll check up on him. But like my brother said, he believes that we're soulmates in a friend way, and that's fine. I believe in romantic soulmates. I have found my soulmate, our editor. Everybody knows I do tarot readings. I did my own tarot reading. It already said that it was him. Our editor is my actual soulmate. And then I also had my friend do it, and came up as him being the soulmate as well. So it wasn't just me. Other people's cards are bringing it up too. And also Glenn's cards did it too. So hi, soulmate. But I believe in soulmates. I believe that you meet people for a reason. Whether or not they stay in your life or not, the ones that stay around are your soulmates. Definitely. Yeah. You go ahead.
It's a touchy one for me. I mean, for those who know my dark past when it comes to relationships, it's hard for me to say that I don't believe in it, but it's also hard for me to say that I do. At this point, I don't even know if it could be multiple, because it kills me when you have a female, and I'm going to try not to get emotional saying this, but at one point can have so much affection for you, say so much good stuff to where you have no doubt to believe it, but then some stuff go wrong, and in the very same breath, you become the most disgusting thing to them. And then they turn around and give all that affection to someone else, and now that other person becomes their so-called soulmate and stuff, and I'm just like, I don't know, is that a person's based thing? Are you Like, where does that come from? You know, how can you feel such strong feeling? Like, we say, oh, that's my soulmate today, but then if y'all break up, do you really still claim that? Do you really still say, okay, yeah, we broke up, we're not together no more, but that's still
Well, there are things called karmic soulmates as well. So maybe that person was your soulmate, but a karmic soulmate. And it's just showing you basically whatever you put out, you know? So it came back.
Yeah.
Let me get the actual definition before I fuck up. I'm sorry, y'all.
So I did look at the definition for soulmate itself, and it says a person ideally suited to another as a close friend or a romantic partner. So you can have, like Queen Pedii, you can have a friend who's your soulmate and also have a romantic soulmate.
Okay, so a karmic relationship might be thought of as a type of soulmate relationship, as it is a connection of two souls, though it's different from twin flames or soulmates that are healing in nature. More likely than not. God damn it. Give me a second, y'all. Hold up. Oh, sorry. A karmic relationship is a relationship meant to facilitate the lessons we need to learn in this lifetime surrounding love and partnership. A karmic relationship might be thought of as a type of soulmate relationship, as it is a connection of two souls, though it's different from twin flames or soulmates that are healing in nature. More likely than not, we'll each have one of these karmic relationships in our lifetime. It's the love that pushes your buttons and pushes you to grow. But these relationships aren't exactly smooth sailing. From a spiritual point of view, the idea behind karmic relationships is that the two of you made an agreement before your souls entered this lifetime to help each other on your respective paths. Very often, explains relationship counselor Margaret Paul, PhD, there are numerous unresolved issues from past lives. When people open to learning rather than try to control each other, then much healing can occur.
So,
yeah.
So I just looked up how many soulmates can a person have, because of what Glenn was saying. It says you would meet many soulmates in your current lifetime, says Brown. I don't know who Brown is, but you only have one twin flame though.
Mm-hmm.
So you can have many soulmates that are, you know, you guys have the same goals. You guys are your best friends. You feel calm around them. You respect each other and balance each other out. You agree about the important things. You share the same life goals. So, and then, of course, like they said, you got that one twin flame, but many soulmates. So maybe at the time, they were soulmates. But people grow and they mature and different life things happen. So like for me, everybody know my best friend soulmate. That happens to be my best friend Tyree. I could cry and he'll just give me his lap and let me just cry, or give me a shoulder and let me cry. Even like disgustingly, like nose dripping everything. Like if somebody came to me like that, I'd be like,
Girl.
oh, thank you. But, you know, it just, romantic wise, I thought I found my soulmate or my twin flame, but, you know, you gotta kiss a lot of frogs to find that prince, so you have to figure that out. So, yeah. But, I mean, it's not everybody's gonna be that one person, but at that moment, they might be that one person you need, that is your soulmate, that you need to give them love. They might need that. They might need somebody to show them that they are lovable. And maybe need that person just to get that energy off.
Well, for me, especially with that twin flame explanation, I would say that I've had many like soulmates, but I don't know, like, and especially I've like had two really close like best friends, soulmates. I don't know if I have a twin flame on Witch Mountain. I think it just might be me, but because there's so many sides to me that I don't know who's gonna align with me on all the different sides. But yeah, like I think, like for example, even the Bible, I think Jonathan and David were soulmates, like as best friends. I think like brothers, deeper than that. I think Ruth, her whole Bible story is about fucking soulmates. Not to say fucking with a Bible story, but for me growing up, I have had a complicated relationship with the concept of like marriage and relationships, because growing up, like y'all know me and my story about growing up religiously, you know, repressed and all that type of shit, and like just worrying about the end of the world and all that, and like was like, yo, what's the point of relationships and starting families and shit if all this shit's supposed to end? And went from that to like, in my relationships, I'd only get with someone if I felt like this is someone I could marry and to just feel like we can like hold each other down no matter what for forever. You know, that very like rigid monogamous type of mindset. And that was like what I was on, but it had me staying in some toxic situations like for a long time. And I had an open relationship situation where I initially didn't want to go into it, but even though it didn't end up as well as I liked, it did teach me a lot and it involved me a lot in like, and I met a lot of great people in that situation. And it's opened me up to the concept of like relationship anarchy, in the sense of not necessarily needing multiple partners or something like that, but being able to look for someone I can grow with organically, and whatever that path takes us on, like if that's what we both choose and what we both desire, being open and discussing that and like finding that and not feeling a need to like, oh, the next person has to be the one that is forever. So I think that's what works best for me, and I think your twin flame or your ultimate soulmate is going to be the person that you find that your situations together will work the best for y'all.
I found, I know in the third grade, my mom called it puppy love, but he was my soulmate for the third grade and the fourth grade, and then he moved. But like even now, because we met up again in high school because of MySpace, I think it was. Yeah, MySpace used to be like Facebook, just in case you don't know. Anyways, but cooler because you can add like music to your profile. But anyways, we met up again, and I happened to be his first, and we hanged out for a long time and everything. But now it's now we just like every once in a while I just, hey, how you doing? Like he has a girlfriend and everything, so it's not anything weird. But sometimes he'll be like, hey, if you ever come down my way, we can go out to eat. And I'm like, okay, because he's a chef, so like he knows the best of the best places to go eat. So I'm like, I don't mind going. But the relationship went from romantic soulmate to friend soulmate. Only because at the time that we did get romantic was a perfect time for us. But then we grew.
What was that?
I did yawn. We grew, and then no, that was Glenn. He was yawning.
I said sorry, I coughed.
Oh, coughed.
Sorry.
No, but like, you know, it could evolve to friendship. It could evolve to romantic. You just never know, and don't give up. Just keep looking for your twin flame.
Yes.
Well,
Hi, twin flame.
I will say that if I do have a friend that is my soulmate, shout out to my man Derek. ever since we met, being partners doing security, it was something that it was just clicked. Like, you know, I know for sure that man got my back, and I got his the same way. Like, you know, he ain't even gotta think about it. Like, we knew each other to the point where, you know, even his girl jokes with him sometimes, and we like, that's your what y'all girls call us?
Butt buddies?
Huh?
Butt buddies?
Something like that. But yeah, it's like, cause we know each other that well. Like, you know what I'm saying? I go to the store and I don't gotta ask him what he wants. Like, I just already know. All right, my nigga like this type of drink or this. You know what I'm saying? Like a married couple, but we're brothers. And yeah, it's a powerful thing. So I wish for the day that I could have that in a female. That'd be sick.
I'll say my best friend is like that, where like we bicker all the fucking time, But at the same time, we always talking about how we were probably like siblings or like each other's parents in fucking past lives, or past lives are real.
Wait, did you say butt buddies? Y'all butt buddies.
That's what he said,
weird.
butt buddies?
He said butt buddies.
Oh, I thought he said something else. Butt buddies.
That's why I was like this, like, yo, he
I was confused too, because I was like, okay.
he definitely
Well, I mean,
butt buddies.
No,
That
it's
was one
called,
term.
like work husbands.
Bro romance. That's what
Romance?
she calls it. Bro romance.
Bromance.
Bromance. There we go. That's the word. Bromance.
that's what men call their soulmate situations.
Okay. But is. But is.
Well, we don't call it that. I think our females call it that.
Call it romance.
Because I think low key, the females at home, they be getting jealous.
Lord. Anyway. All right, y'all. Let's go to our last commercial.
Artemis of the Dodecatheon is a fantastical whirlwind of action, strong characters, mystery quests, and a lot of drama. 4.9 stars on Incite. Purchase it on Amazon today. A to Z Creations is a Black woman-owned business that creates customized items such as rolling trays, clothing, tumblers, glasses, bags, jewelry, and more.
All right, you guys. So it is time for promotions. And as usual for this month, I am doing my fundraiser where I walk 31 miles with my dog for the Kennel to Couch charity. They are trying to get dogs into homes where they will be loved, cared for, and adored. I'm going to be walking with my beautiful puppy with her cute little bandana with the K2C on it. And hopefully you guys donate. So I'm here to promote Boxy, a home decor subscription service that ships the beautiful items to your home. If you hate going to the store and not being able to decide on what to get out of all the choices, then this is definitely the subscription box for you. Use my code 10 Queen Pedii. That's also linked below in the description box to get $10 off of your first box. Next, I want to promote my book, A Puppy Journey, Grandpet's World. It's about my emotional support animal and how she saw the world through her eyes. You can purchase it on Amazon for Kindle. Last, I want to promote my blog, Queen Pedii Writes. You can find articles, craft videos, reviews, and more.
Hey y'all, it's Nina, and I am here to let y'all know, promote my candles, my pillows that I'm going to be showing next time. My daughter has to look for me. And I create not just candles and pillows, but I also do soaps and lavender sachets that help you sleep better at night. It's called Creative Curation by Karina. Just email me at morepebbles@gmail.com, and I'd be happy to get it out to you guys as soon as possible.
Hey y'all, it's Tryst, falling asleep in the sun under the fading cover of darkness. And y'all know that I got the whole East Village Mutual Aid tablings that we do at Thompson Square Park on Sundays, where we help give food out to the community and we let people know what we're doing to bring community together to fight on our behalf. So if you'd like to donate to that, the Cashapp will be in the link. And speaking of donations, Believe New York is actually doing a summer drive for children in need, where they're going to be collecting things like swimsuits, sunscreen, water bottles, towels, journals, markers, crayons, color pens, clay, construction paper, like painter's tape, a bunch of things. So if you want to donate, DM them on Instagram or hit them in the email at BelieveNewYork@gmail.com. And there's also the Venmo if you want to actually help buy items at BelieveNY. Thank you.
It's your boy Samurai, and as always, I'm promoting Visually in Focus Studios. If you need to get a photo done, if you have an image, whether it's cosplay, whether you want to make your own costume up, we do everything. We got the videos too, we rolling. So just hit us up. Our book button is now on the Instagram, so you can definitely book a date for us, and we will get back to you within 24 hours.
So it's your boy Kenny. Right now, due to unfortunately things happen with the website, I am promoting 3 bodysuits. Think the blue, brown, and caramel, if I'm not mistaken. But I am looking for plus size models now. I'm working on towards my plus size models. If you would like to, you can message me at awesomability.clothing. We can set up a little mini interview. Depends on your location where you at. I can try to get you guys up here with me and my photographer at the moment that do my branding. So if you would like, you can message us on awesomability.clothing on Instagram. Thank you.
Okie dokens. So, you guys, thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Join our Discord and share our videos. Oh, join our TikTok. We have a TikTok. Yeah.
Facebook.
Yes. And well, yes, of course. The Facebook, the Instagram, join it all. Join it. Okay. And join us for the after show at 9 p.m. We talk about craziness, elaborate more on topics, and yeah. So we will see you guys in the next one.
This is not your normal session.